Hi, lovelies, and welcome or welcome back. I'm so happy that you're here and that you took the time to listen to me speak. It's honestly such a blessing. And hopefully, this video can be enough to motivate you guys and to motivate me into jumping timelines and making the decisions that will support us into jumping to the higher timeline. I did a course once that the guy talked so much about this that I was like, oh my god, kind of like. The course wasn't about this, the course was about accessing past lives and traveling into like the realms of basically the library where the past lives and all the planetary information is stored and accessing the lives, connecting and seeing how our past lives and those existences resonate with us nowadays, and how sometimes they can be like vibrationally messing or influencing our existence nowadays. And it was like a whole thing about joining, like being able to realize what was happening, realize how we were getting influenced by that other reality, and healing that past version of ourselves while also healing our present version. It was really beautiful. It's really beautiful. I love it. Every time I do it, I'm like, wow. But it's not easy. It's very intense and dense, and healing stuff from like our life nowadays is very intense, and healing from our past lives is also very intense. And if you guys believe in like the planetary shift that planet Earth and Gaia is ascending to the higher dimensions of like, they say that she's going from third dimension to fifth dimension, skipping the fourth dimension, kind of going to like a fourth and then fifth dimension. I can't like put my hand like on the Bible and say that that's the truth, but I've done many courses that all talk about this, and different people that study this like different ways that are basically talking about this in the same way. So I have to say that I believe it. I don't think that I'm not gonna shove it down anybody's throat. I don't think that everybody has to believe it, but I believe it. And basically, in that concept of Gaia ascensioning, there's also gonna be like kind of like an energetic field, like an aura on the planet that is very favorable for us to also join in on the wave of also ascensioning to the fifth dimension, which is just meaning, like, in other words, in less spiritual woo words, it's more like us elevating our vibration to the point that we vibrate love, light, empathy, and we don't feel so like a match to the denser energies of like hate, frustration, envy, and shame, and all those things, that we're able to find basically like a harmonious balance of light energy and wish everybody well and take care of others and not hurt others and take care of our body and all those things. So I read a book about this. I actually stopped the book because I knew I wasn't ready to dedicate myself in that way, but I'm gonna reread the book, start reading the book actually, and then I'll share it with you guys because I think it's nice to know if you want to join this journey and make this lifetime your best lifetime and just live your life to the fullest, and hopefully, if it's true, ascend with the planet. That's basically what I want to talk about, timelines, and how each decision that we make opens like a door of possibilities. I once went to a spiritual retreat that I'm not really big on sharing when I'm at these retreats. I feel a lot, but I don't want to really share it because I think it's more like of a personal experience. But I went to this retreat. It was a big life altering moment for me. It was like I was pushing myself into the known and into like the light and choosing like light, and the universe was supporting me, and all the people that were there also chose the same thing. It was very spiritually aligned, and we were there to help heal the planet and heal ourselves, and the impact that us just healing ourselves and wishing and emanating love to the planet and to everybody on the planet, the impact that that has on the vibrational energy of Earth is amazing. Us healing ourselves is like a victory to the healing process of Mother Earth and everything. So that was beautiful by itself, but it was like I had this amazing vision that on top of each one of us there was a golden, like very luminous white door that was opening. And the fact that we decided to be there on that weekend and spend it healing and spend it trying to heal ourselves, each other, and the planet as a whole was opening such a beautiful door of like becoming light workers and developing ourselves in that way. And obviously that door opened and it's like we were all crossing it, but we crossed it, but there's so many more doors to open and there's so many more, I don't know, basically just decisions to be made and choices and new doors to be opened. It's like we entered a house and now we decide what room we want to go into, and then the other room, and then the other room, and then the other room, and what we're gonna do in the house, and if we're gonna leave that house and go into a nicer house, or we're gonna go into the ocean, and all those decisions have an impact on our life, right? It's like obviously we know, like, okay, I decide that I'm gonna go to the pool. And I can make it easier by having had decided that I was going to put on a bathing suit, or I can get there and just be like, I'll go into my clothes. And then I might be cold after, I might be not cold after, I can make it easier by taking a towel. Many things, right? Whatever. That was kind of like a lame example. It wasn't the best example, but I think I can make it better. It's basically like you choose to live the best reality that you possibly can. You choose to align to your highest timeline. And basically what it is like you go living your life and then you face choices, right? Maybe sometimes it's choices that your parents initially had to make for you, like what school they were gonna put you in, and then you went there and you chose what friends you were gonna have, and then you left and you chose your major, you chose your college. Each one of those choices, like you could have chosen so many different majors. That would have opened, like each major would have opened a very specific door. And then you could have chosen from a variety of colleges for those majors, which would have opened more doors. Places that you would live, the work that you would have in the future, people that you would meet, possibly like a romantic partner, who knows, and it's just the infinite possibilities, right? So each time that you make a choice, it's like a new path opens. Wow, I almost did psychology, but then I went to college, I did 2 weeks, I realized that it wasn't for me, quit. There can be an existing timeline of like a version of me that didn't quit and is now a psychologist, if you get what I'm saying. It's basically like if energetically all the choices that we made, like for example, there's a timeline where we never broke up with our first boyfriend. And we're dating them till now, we're married to them. And so on, so it goes. So there's so many possibilities of existences that we could be living, but no, the choices that we made the choices that we made throughout our life created the existence that we're living. And the impact that we have on creating our reality and influencing our existence is like surreal. I don't think we can grasp the power that we hold in this life and in creating our life, and it's honestly just like so amazing. Like it takes my breath away. And keeping that in mind, we have the capacity to every single day make choices that will be creating the existence of our dreams. Like, you have the choice tomorrow to wake up early, to get everything off your checklist, to dedicate yourself, to put in the work, to create loving relationships, to be nice to everybody that you see, to go and work out, to feel proud of yourself, to eat healthy, to go on a swim, to do your hobbies, to dedicate a little bit of your time to a hobby, and just be like, how can I make today the best day of my life? And how can I make the best choices today that will open up the right doors and make me align with the highest possible timeline of my existence? Because I know that we all make choices that we're like, yeah, this is the right choice. Going to this college, doing this course, breaking up with that person, not dating that person, these are the right choices. But there's little subtle choices that we make throughout the day that we know that sometimes aren't the best choice. Like, wow, I shouldn't be eating this because I'm lactose intolerant, but I'm gonna eat it anyway because whatever, I wanna eat it. And then you're like, wasn't feeling well. There could be a version of you that didn't eat that, ate something else, and is feeling super well. You chose to date the wrong guy and now you're suffering, but there was a version of you that didn't choose to date this guy and is now super thriving. So that's basically it. How can we, knowing of the existence of all these timelines and all these possibilities and all of these possible realities, how can we make every single choice count into creating the life that we're like, wow, some of these choices weren't easy. Some of these choices were kind of hard to digest at the moment, but damn, like I'm proud of myself and I slayed that choice. I'm like responsible for this reality that I created, and I chose the best possible reality. And when I came across decisions that I was like, I know what is the right decision, but I want to make the wrong one. Are you sure? Are you sure? How much does what you desire and your future mean to you? Like, do you want to choose something that could cause you suffering in the future? Do you want to open a timeline and a door to reality that is not the one that you desire for yourself? Or do you want to keep yourself and your well being always in mind and take care of yourself as much as you can and make the right choices? I feel like, it's hard to grasp how like powerful and how significant every choice is and how they immensely impact our reality. So I hope that you know what to choose, and I hope that you choose things that align you with the highest timeline and the best version of yourself because you deserve it. Beware and be careful. You're a co-creator in this life and you're more powerful than you could ever imagine. Good luck. See you soon. Love you. And I would be so grateful if you could subscribe. It honestly means so much to me and helps my channel so much. And if you would stick around, I'm always trying to find topics that would be constructive to reflect upon, talking to new people, my parents, reading books, doing courses, and everything that I think is valuable and could help us live a better life. I always come here and share, so it would be an honor to have you here with me. And yeah, kisses. See you soon.